Hello everyone, Granite Roots, doing CM Ura today on Alac Heal. Again, I'm trying to push this Alacrity Specter to the limit, see what it can do. I've already seen it do some stuff in raids. I've been using it a little bit in World versus World. And now for CM Convergence. I've only done this one once before, so this will show you how well the Ura one once before. So this will show you how well it works. So just keep an eye on it, and this is since a new update where it's become even more powerful, so just watch the brick of boons that I drop up in the left hand corner of my grid, wait for one of my guys to get on stack, and this has so much CC for it, which is great for this fight because this boss just basically has a constant CC bar. And you'll see I keep getting caught in bubbles. It took me till the third rotation to figure if I just stay on tag I'll miss it, because I have my graphics and stuff turned down so low so I don't have lag, especially with this. When I do run the Wing 8 raids though, I do turn it up so I can see what's going on, and I don't get any lag. So you're going to see me getting caught in bubbles, but to that point you'll still see that boon uptime and healing is still maintained. So I'd say this build is just amazing. Just great applications. And if you have a player that's going to be off stack for something like in Decimo, which I'll do I recorded but I'll post in a different video, you can use your Steel Siphon Shadow skill on that person, so if they're kiting like reds, they'll get all the benefits of your boon uptime, which is awesome. So I like that they put that in there, so that helps with that. Or if you're, say, doing Sabbatha, you have your kiter out there. If it's a DPS, you can keep them healed while you stay on stack. So please enjoy the noobishness of me keep getting caught in bubbles. But other than that, just enjoy how this goes. And one thing since the update that changed in the build, it used to be Relic of the Herald to increase your boon uptime, but since skill 2 and shroud 3 are blast finishers, and boon uptime is fine, swap to Relic of Caracosta so you get the blast healing, so that's always nice. And I haven't been able to tell or not, maybe one of you guys could tell me, does all the healing or the barrier I grant, does that help res people faster, like in a group? It seems to look like they get a benefit from it, but I've never really tested it. So if you know, please let me know in the comments, because I am just curious about that. And so, not much chatter, I'll just let you enjoy the music, enjoy the rotation. I think we've got what we wanted to see from this one, but might as well watch the conclusion. If you haven't done CM, this will also help you see the mechanics. They're not much different than the regular one. Just things are a bit more punishing. And she's going to burrow, and I cut out the sniff part where you're chasing the stench. Just because nobody wants to watch a video any longer than it needs to be. And if you're looking for the builds, again, I got this from Snow Crows. I like to use raid builds in my open world stuff as well, and in Convergence, just because they are so tightly put together that everything works well. It maximizes your healing, your boon uptime, your DPS. Especially sometimes you're running those glass DPS builds from Snow Crows, you're running just open world PvE stuff, not necessarily Convergence or something. It can be hard at first, but it also teaches you to be better at managing it as well, so that's another good strategy. And I'm not one that likes to practice on golems. Not that they're not bad, they're good. Occasionally, once in a while I will, when it's a hard rotation like Elementalist, where you have to be like a piano virtuoso to play that thing. I like to practice my stuff on real world stuff, like in open world I'll do maybe a strike boss to get used to that, and then move on to, you know, world bosses, and then as I get comfortable, of course we're doing it in raids and in Convergences and World versus World, I will use that build on sentries and camp NPCs as I'm roaming and getting the hang of it, and of course on live players as well. But I just find those ways you get that muscle memory and you get in some loot for your troubles too. I guess I just like to be efficient. But continue looking in the upper left hand corner. We're managing those builds, and I kept If you look at my arc, oh, I'd already swapped it. There's, I think earlier on I had it on condition cleansing, and I actually did decent condition cleansing with this build. I think those are mostly due to the blast fields, because the one maybe drawback for this build is it doesn't have a whole lot of condition cleanse, and you'll probably see, like, dude, why do you have blinding powder in your skill set? And you can swap those out. You really only need the first two wells, the blue and the gold, and everything else is extra. The daze, I like the daze well, because you have to not do any stuns. If for some reason your Shadow Shroud gets zapped, when you use a well on your party members in combat, like port to them, that gives you like a third of your bar of Shadow Shroud back. So, and it's good for an interrupt. But back to the blinding powder, that is a stun break. Let's say I miss a stability, or we get knocked back or stunned. You and 5 other or 4 other peeps in your party, it will break stun for you guys. So, and you're also stealth, and when you're stealth, if you have a party member targeted, use your skill 1 stealth skill with a scepter, it will blast a bunch of healing and barrier onto your friendly target and those around them, just like skill 1 does, but it's more intense. I don't use that a lot. I probably use that more in World versus World, especially. Also, your Scepter 3 will port you closer to a friendly target, and you hit 3 again, and again it buffs them with a blast of some barrier and heal. So you see I'm still getting caught in the bubbles, but eventually in the next round I actually figured out, just paying attention, like, oh, I need to be on tag. I think I was worried so much about just figuring out my rotation, trying to figure out which rotation works best for this boss. And you're going to notice too, like with anything, your rotation positioning varies from boss to boss, whether you're DPS, support, DPS, or full heal support. Just be aware of that, and it just took me a while to figure that out. Plus, like I said, I didn't have all my graphics turned up. I couldn't see stuff, so I think I just figured out. No, I haven't yet. You'll see it. Eventually, you'll see I get it. You also see I'm dropping my, trying to use my CCs on this, and again, Shroud 3 and 5 are good CCs. And you can, if you didn't know this, let's say you start the channel to Shroud 5. Even though you come out of Shroud 5 is still charging and will still give you the benefit of the stability and will CC when it detonates. So you can do that. Like if I popped out of Shroud right now, that still would have charged, channeled, and would have done its what it was supposed to do. So you can see all the numbers, the healing, just with the blast and everything. And you can see from my rotations, pretty typical. Spam 2, and then drop your wells, and I'll start with skill 3 Shroud, just because I want to get the extra blast from the wells I dropped. And then I go through my rotation, and I've been noticing on some of these I'm staying a bit longer. I will go 3, 2, 4, 5, 2, 3, 2, and then 4, and then 2 if you want. Your Alacrity comes from skill 2 in your Shroud. Protection comes from skill 3, skill 4 is a heal, and skill 5 is stability. And if you're in a pinch too, you can use skill 5 pistol, the black powder, and then blast it either with your Scepter 2 or your Shadow Shroud 3, and that will make you, it will stealth you, but it also gives you that heal bit as well. So for party stealth, especially World versus World, or PvE, just trying to get past something, or to just get the tags off your party, the aggro, that all works as well. I don't know if I said it already, but the party I had, the subgroup in these 3 bosses was amazing. And I did do all 3 with this at one time, but I decided that I'd release them as separate videos, because this is going to be like 11 minutes. No one wants to watch 33 minutes straight of these videos. This way you can check up on each one as you have time or have interest, right? Okay, we're almost wrapping this up, down to 17%. And I'm always using the Siphon skill off cooldown, because you again steal boons and you gain boons for you and your party members. So as you can see, the boon uptime between me and our quickness and maybe a couple other random skills from my party members is just amazing. Probably a little overpowered if I'm being honest, so hopefully they don't nerf it anytime soon so I can enjoy this. And it's just nice to see Thief used in a support role where people might actually appreciate it, versus there's still a stigma out there for thieves, whether, you know, in all gameplay, that people don't really care for them. I think partially because in any competitive gameplay, especially talking PvP or world versus world, is so aggressive, and for whatever reason, a lot of people that are drawn to Thief, not all, because I'm not one of them, I know a couple of that aren't either, but a lot of them that are drawn to Thief can be very toxic. I don't know why those two go hand in hand. Probably just because it is a very aggressive build that you gotta really perform well on, because it's so squishy and just bursts people down. So that might be it, but it's nice to see the Thief got some love in a way where people can appreciate it. And we're down to the last couple percent. And as you notice, I'd missed a lot of those bubbles, although that time I was way off stack. That's not good on me, but look at, never missed Alacrity. Might stayed up there, protection stayed up there. It's just one big block of goodness. So that is Yura challenge mode. We got silver. We weren't trying for gold, which is fine because it's my first time. Although in healer, I don't think it affected anything because my boon uptime was good. Just our DPS was a bit lower than what we needed for that. Either way, hopefully this was helpful. Thank you for watching, and have a most excellent day.